I'm standing in the shadow of kings. Damn, that was fucked up. I hear you. Damn. Re-elect Kwesi Mfume. I support Kwesi Mfume for 2026. All right. I was making a documentary about our politics, and I'm finished. All right. A trilogy, past, present, and future. I'm the cook in Baltimore from 1997 to now. Black owned and black operated. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Ask her all about me. I'm an activist. All right. That's me, Shorty, the Baltimore beat. Remember Shorty, pull your mask up? Well, we're getting ready on Mass Baltimore. And Mayor Brandon Scott, you might go to jail. You did a body of politics? Well, this is a body of Baltimore. Right here. I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland for making a documentary about Baltimore City and Baltimore County, about Donald Trump and the money behind mass incarceration. That's my granddaughter. And it's through the legal lens. Everything I did is in the light of day. Those are the storyboards, and these are the campaign signs. All right, these are the campaign signs. This is 2025, and I gave this to Malcolm Ruff, the state's attorney's office, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and I gave it to Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. And if you look at the date, that's February the 2nd at 8:53 a.m. I shouldn't have never got locked up. Y'all going after Attar? Well, you need to go after Sandy. You need to go after Malcolm and 52 other people that participated in my illegal incarceration. What Attar did was small. What y'all doing is a fraud in the courts. What y'all doing is slavery in the 21st century. That's Atlas Restaurants. We're going to talk about David Smith and the money he puts in Ivan Bates' pocket. All right? And right here, a person may not make or cause to be made a statement, report, or complaint that he knows is false. That's what Scott Schellenberger did. And you and Scott Schellenberger is best of friends. And you talk about you can't do nothing to Schellenberger. You, Schellenberger, Jessamy, Mosby, all y'all's cases since 2006 gonna get me reversed and remanded. Yeah. Y'all stood up for ICE but didn't say shit about me. That's Fox. And like I said, Fox is in the hen house. These are our elected officials. For the last 20 years, I've been looking for exoneration. That's a private citizen's right to access the grand jury. That's through the legal lens. And right here is 2006. The supporters of Shorties. So everything I did since 2006 to now is all on film. And you the star of the show. All right? Because yesterday it was me, you, and Ivan Bates. Remember that? When I called y'all out and I showed you my Freedom Fighter Award, you ain't spoke to me the whole time you sat in that seat. 2026, you're going to be looking for a new job. In Chicago, it's called Operation Greylord. They locked up judges, lawyers, and politicians for corruption. Well, we're going to do it in Baltimore. And Malcolm Ruff going to be my main witness. Yeah, that's Malcolm, and Malcolm is in the middle. You see what I'm doing here? Signs, everywhere signs. I took your signs and I made them mine. And I'm going to tell my story with your signs, because you're out here. You're out here. Now you can go to Governor O'Malley. You go to Thelma Branch. You go to Nathaniel Oates. You go to Barbara Robinson. You go to Odette Ramos and get everything I got. Because right here is what we're talking about. I'm a weaver, weaving the social fabric. I went from Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best. So I took that weaver money and I turned it into a movie. I do not support you. Mayor Brandon Scott supports you. I don't. All black ain't black. We got black this, black that, and black, and we still in the back of the bus. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. You can be my poster child for toilets. That's evidence. Maryland and Illinois. All right, and it's all right here. Social media for social change. Public safety and correctional services. It's all right here. And you're an officer of the court, and you knew about this. You, Melvin Russell, Commissioner Davis, Commissioner Hyatt. Yeah, all of y'all knew about this. And you want us to vote for you. No, we're not going to vote back Jim Crow. Michelle Alexander wrote the book, The New Face of Old Jim Crow. Well, this is it. Because all of y'all want to protect Governor O'Malley. You got 52 of y'all that participated in this. See the date? November 2006. So we talking about November 2006, November 2026. We getting ready to do it again. Grand jury, Maryland House of Delegates. That's the Honorable Anthony Brown. I'm looking for exoneration of the Supreme Court. And my paperwork is in Governor Westmore's hands. We talking about monopoly, the money behind mass incarceration. That's Sandy, Attar, Malcolm, and Sean. You see who he is? Let's have that conversation. That's our elected officials. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Ask who he is, because he did my character. That's Lake County Board. That's State's Attorney. And that's David Smith. All right? We talking about the money behind mass incarceration. That's Miss Diggs from the Parole and Probation. And that's Sam Cunningham, the mayor of Waukegan. That's the toilet I left in Towson. That's Mayor Pugh and me. That's Andy Harris. And that's the sheriff. All right? That's Scott Schellenberger's sign from last time around. All right? And it's all time dated. Expand the ballot, expand the vote. Ex-felons got a right to vote. We got a right to vote. And in 2026, you're going to have to let a lot of us free. You illegally incarcerated us. You feel me? Scott Schellenberger illegally incarcerated people since 2006. Just like Operation Greylord, you're going to have to reverse and remand all those cases. And you got the evidence in your hand. Dear Governor Westmore, this is my second letter to you. Yeah, and I named y'all. It's election year. You running for office. You need the votes. You can endorse whoever you want to endorse. But at the end of the day, you need votes. And these are all the people that participated in this. I support this young lady for the wheels, because we got to get rid of this nepotism. We can't keep electing people because of their name. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep electing people because of their name. We got to elect you because of your work, not what your daddy did, not what your granddaddy did. All right? I support Jackie Addison. Me and her husband had a long conversation. You feel me? And like I said, Kwaisi and Fume said pull an investigation. I'm still waiting for the investigation. You feel me? So Governor Westmore, I got your signs. Signs, everywhere signs. I took your signs and I made them mine. So in the 2026 election, it's early voting. Vote for who you want to vote for, but I'm going to the grand jury. I want exoneration of the Supreme Court. That's what I want. And I'm doing it in the light of day. So Governor Westmore, Mayor Brandon Scott, Ivan Bates, Chief Justice, I need my paperwork. My mother's birthday is tomorrow. It's my mother's birthday. Governor Westmore, you got my flag. That's my intellectual property. You disrespecting my mother. You feel me? And never disrespect a black man's mother. Never disrespect a black man's family. I'm a black man. Where do you stand? Mike! Check! Are we there yet? Can you hear me now? Governor Westmore, you got my intellectual property. You got a flag, you got a book, you got a storyboard, and you need to return that. Release all material to the voters, because your head getting too big for your body. Your head getting too big for your body.